Hello, I am going to explain how to add more than 3 ingredients to the mechanical mixer in Create, and how to integrate Create with Pam's Harvestcraft to produce at least some simple recipes. To start off, in order to make curry powder in Pam's Harvestcraft, you require a grinder, spice leaf, mustard seeds, and ground cinnamon. Now you could always make this in a crafting table, of course. However, it's much more fun to make it in a contraption or a machine like this. You could always throw it down here and just mix it up and do it that way. However, you can automate the process like this. And I'm going to explain to you how to do that. First of all, we need to explain this part, and that is the grinder. When you create something in the mixer, the grinder will be spit out into the output. So we want to catch the grinder again using a brass belt funnel and the item vault and spit it back out again here in the top. It'll go back into the basin and it can keep producing stuff. So I recommend having 2 of these, so there's always one waiting. The second problem is how to get all ingredients into the basin. Now, there are technically only 3 ingredients, but since we need the grinder to go back in again, we have to use up a belt slot on this side. And then of course we have the output, so that's 2 out of 4 slots already in use, and we have 3 more ingredients to add. So we cannot use belts, we have to use the mechanical arm. Therefore, we add chests with all the ingredients that we need. We put them on belts, the belts will take them to these depots, and the mechanical arm will take them one at a time into the basin, and the mixer will start working like this. Now, if we remove, say, the cinnamon, it is going to stop, because we put it on forced round robin. That means that whenever an ingredient is missing, it will stop. And why we want this is because in Pam's Harvestcraft, when we don't have this enabled and it just keeps on going, it'll start producing paper instead. Give it a second. Yes, like that. So we put it on forced round robin. Now it'll keep taking stuff until it gets to this depot, and then it'll stop. That's very good, because we only want the curry powder. Now, how do you even create this setup? So I'm going to replicate it. Add a belt like this. Some andesite casing. It doesn't have to be andesite casing, it can be any block really. Make sure you put an andesite funnel. This is going to be your output, so this is where the curry powder is going to end up. Then we put another block of any type and put the item vault. You have to put the item vault from the same direction like this. If you do that and then this, no, never mind that. Okay, it worked this time. Okay, very good. And then you need to add the brass funnel. You have to shift and right click so that it goes into the vault instead of out of the vault. We also need the grinder to add to it, so it knows to only pick up grinders. So whenever a grinder goes on this belt, it'll be picked up into the item vaults. Then we're going to add another andesite casing, basin, and a mechanical mixer. Oh, that's not a mechanical mixer. There we go. Next we're going to add the belt that adds the grinder back in again. We'll put another andesite funnel like this, just a normal funnel. It'll spit everything out, as you can see on these arrows here. And that's the basic setup done. And now we're going to add the ingredients. It's also pretty simple. You can start by putting down your mechanical arm like this, just to see where the depots should go. You can put them like this. And then you pick it back up again. You need this to be the outputs for the arm. And you need these to be inputs. Now you can put it down. Yeah, you can see it has 3 inputs and 1 output. That's very good. And we can already now put it on forced round robin. Then we'll make these belts. And we add some chests with funnels. Okay, that's ready. Now we need to power the mechanical arm, and that has to be done with a cogwheel. An easy way to do that is to do this. Very simple. It'll take the power from these belts and throw it up here into the mechanical arm. Now we need to power the whole thing, obviously. So I could take power from this thing, but I'm going to use creative power. Here we go. So now all we are missing is the pieces to do this. And we add our grinder. We could just throw it anywhere here, really. There we go. Gets picked up, gets thrown into the basin. The mechanical arm is ready. We add the ingredients. And the mechanical arm is working. Now I forgot to power the mechanical mixer, so we'll have to do that. There we go. We got our curry powder. Very simple. Now, if you need more ingredients than these 3, you can easily add more depots, like this, and you tell the mechanical arm to grab the ingredients from them. And, well, this is probably going to be more than you need. I have 10 depots here now, and a recipe can only have 9 items. So, yeah, go nuts.